Hello and welcome to What a Ghoul Wants. My name is Anna, I am your ghoul, and what I want is to do a choose your own adventure horror story. If you follow my channel, you probably know that I did a horror quiz video a couple of videos back, and I thought that was super fun, and I wanted to do another kind of more interactive video. So I just Googled choose your own adventure story horror edition, and I found this BuzzFeed article. And it's called Most People Can't Make It Through This, Choose Your Own Adventure Horror Story, Can You? And I was really intrigued by that, so I figured why not do a video where I go through and see if I can survive. So I've linked this article in the description if you would want to do the same challenge as you watch my video, or maybe watch my video first, see if I survive, and if I don't, maybe try to do it yourself and see if you survive. So yeah, I just thought this would be another fun kind of interactive video. So I'm gonna do my best to channel my final girl energy. I've even got my little, I don't know if you can see it, my final girl pin on. So I'm crossing my fingers and hoping that I can manage to survive, but we're just gonna have to see. So let's just jump on in and start this choose your own adventure. Okay, so the first thing is we see this picture of creepy woods, dark at night, and it says, you're walking through the woods at night and everything's pitch black except for the flashlight on your phone. Before you, there's a path that leads you deeper into the woods where your friend's cabin awaits. You've been there before, but never at nighttime. So, do you keep walking or call your friend? I'm gonna call my friend for sure. I think that that's kind of an obvious thing, but I have a feeling they're gonna say I don't have service, so let's see. Okay. Before venturing off into the dark on your own, you decide to call your friend to see if they meet you. But as you're dialing their number, you realize that you'll have to turn the flashlight off on your phone if you want to reach them. So the options are turn the light off and call them, or text them instead. I guess I'm gonna go with text them instead, because I'll probably want to keep the light on. You decide to shoot them a quick text, but after sending, hey, I'm here, could you meet me halfway? I'm kind of scared, lol. The message fails to send. Great, just great, you think. That's when you hear the snap of a twig behind you. You turn around, pointing your flashlight at the line of trees, but there's nothing there. You're really freaking yourself out. You better get a move on. The faster you go to the cabin, the better. When you get to a fork in the path, you realize that you can't quite remember which way to go. All right, do I go right or left? This is pretty much just a 50-50. I'm left-handed, so I always pick left, so I'm gonna go left. You decide to go left, you're pretty sure this is the right way, but as you're walking, things are getting less and less familiar. Just when you're about to turn around, you think you hear something following you along the path, so you decide to pick up your speed. The path leads to a clearing, and you see two cabins. One of them is painted baby pink, and the other looks very old and worn. Through the windows of both cabins, you see light, which means they're both occupied. Maybe one of them has a landline I can use, or at the very least, can give me directions, you think. At any rate, you want to get off the path and out of the woods for a bit. Even if the thing following you was just in your imagination, you're still a little spooked. So do I go in the pink cabin or go in the old cabin? This seems like it might be kind of a trick, like you would assume you would go in the newer looking cabin, but I really don't want to go in the old cabin either. So I'm gonna go in the pink cabin. You start to walk in the direction of the pink cabin. You climb the porch steps and knock on the door. A sweet old lady in a nightgown answers the door. Hello there, she says. Why, you look frightened half to death. Are you okay? Hi, I seem to be a bit lost. I was looking for my friend's cabin and I got turned around, and now my phone doesn't have any service. Do you think I could use your phone? I'm sorry, but I don't have a phone. But I probably have an old map somewhere. I can make some tea for you to enjoy while I look if you'd like. You look at the other cabin. Maybe they have a phone, you think. On the other hand, tea does sound nice. Do I accept or decline? I'm not taking drinks from any strange person, especially not someone that I meet at a house in the middle of the woods, so I'm going to decline for sure. I'm sorry, but no, I really need to get in contact with my friend, you say, and start to walk away. I'd be careful if I were you, the old lady says, looking up at the night sky. It's a full moon, and those woods, well, you'd better watch out. One day, many years ago, my son went into the woods at night and he never came back. I'll be fine, thanks. You walk away and hear the old woman lock the door behind you. You shudder as you replay her words in your head. Looking up, you see that she was right. It is a full moon. You look at the other cabin and then at the path that leads back into the woods. You think, what should I do? Try the older cabin, search for your friend's cabin. Well, I guess I might as well try the other cabin. I mean, it's better luck. Maybe they do have a phone. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and try the older cabin. You decide to knock on the door of the older cabin. There's no answer, so you decide to knock one more time. From the other side of the door, you hear the sound of footsteps and a heavy sigh. An old man in a worn-down flannel answers the door. What do you want, he asks. I was hoping I could use your landline. Don't have one. Go away, he says, peeking around the door suspiciously. You respond, please let me come in, or sorry for bothering you. He seems pretty grouchy. I don't know if I want to push it. And if he doesn't have a phone, I don't really know what the use is in trying to come in, so I'm just gonna say sorry for bothering you. Sorry for bothering you, you say. As you step off the porch, you can still feel his eyes on you. Hey kid, the old man says, looking at you and then up at the sky. It's a full moon tonight. I'd stick to the path if I were you. It's not safe around these parts this time of the month. And with that, he closes the door and locks it behind him. You look up and see that he's correct. The moon is full, but it's just the moon. It can't hurt you, right? But if that's the case, then why is it making you so nervous? Forget this place, you think, and decide to walk back to your car. As you're searching blindly through the woods, you hear a howl, and it sounds alarmingly close. You pick up the pace and hope that it's just a fox or coyote, but by the sound of it, it doesn't seem likely. It sounds big. Suddenly, there's a bad feeling in the pit of your stomach, and you freeze. You look down at your feet, and you see that the path has vanished. You must have accidentally wandered off it while you were in a hurry. And now there's something big running through the trees, and it sounds like it's fast and coming right towards you. You realize that running is futile. There are only two options. Hide or fight. I don't really trust my skills as a fighter. I'm gonna go with hide. You decide to take cover behind a tree and hide from the creature. Covering your mouth with your hand, you hope that the thing won't be able to hear you breathing. The beast is so close now, you can hear it growling and sniffing on the other side of the tree. It's too late by the time you realize it can smell you. The towering creature decides to circle the tree, and by the looks of its face and gleaming yellow eyes, it's some kind of wolf. But then you realize it's standing on its hind legs and, wait a second, why is it wearing the tattered remains of your friend's shirt? The creature stops in front of you, revealing its razor-sharp teeth in a snarl. In a way, the wolf creature looks familiar, but it can't possibly be. It lunges and starts to tear into you. As you lay dying on the forest floor, the last thing you hear is a blood-curdling howl, and then everything goes dark. The end. So I did not survive, you guys. Oh, man. I don't know where I went wrong. Should I have fought it? I feel like if I fought it, I still would have lost, so... Okay, so I'm kind of determined to survive this thing, so I'm going to go through again, and I'm going to change up my answers and see if I can make it to the end this time. We'll see. Okay, so going back to the beginning, between keep walking and call your friend, I'm just going to keep walking. All right, now it's taking me back to that fork in the path, so I'm going to go right this time. Ooh, okay, so this is a different one. You decide to go right, you're pretty sure this is the way, and look at that, you were correct. The cabin is just ahead, but wait a second. The windows are dark. Where's your friend? You knock, but no one answers. The front door is unlocked, so you go inside and call out for your friend. There's no response. When you try to turn on the light, nothing happens. You take a look at your phone and see that it's on 6%. It's gonna die any second. Didn't the lights go out the last time you were here? If you remember correctly, your friend said there was a generator in the basement and a flashlight or some candles in the attic. So do I investigate the attic or the basement? Let's see. I guess I'll go to the attic first and see if I find the flashlight or candles. So I'll say investigate the attic. The attic sounds like a better idea, so you search the ceiling for the entrance. You find it in the kitchen where you pull the drawstring, revealing the mount of the attic and the ladder that folds down to the floor. Above your head, there's only a rectangle of black. It's just the dark, you remind yourself. It can't hurt you. You begin your ascent into the attic, where the only source of light is your quickly dying phone. You expect to see stacks upon stacks of dusty boxes, but to your surprise, there's only a lone chest. Maybe there's something in there I can use, you think. Do you open the chest or return downstairs? I guess I'll go ahead and open the chest. Why not? You open the chest and gasp. Inside is a porcelain doll, worn ragged from years of neglect. It's clearly been a while since this thing had a child to love it. But despite all the grime and dust, you notice that the doll's eyes look eerily human, and that there are little silver bells sewn onto her raggedy dress. But that's not all you find in the chest. There's also a black candle and, next to that, a single match. You look at your phone battery. It now says 1%. You'd better hurry and make a decision. I'm gonna go ahead and light the candle because I don't have any other light and my phone is dying, so... Between light the candle and close the chest and return downstairs, I'll light the candle. There's no way you're going to let yourself get stuck in the dark with no light source. Before you reach for the candle and match, you decide to flip the doll over onto its stomach so you can't see its eyes staring blankly at you. Satisfied, you ignite the match with your thumb and light the candle. As you light it, your phone dies and the flashlight cuts out. You breathe a sigh of relief. Just in the nick of time, you think. You turn to exit the attic, but that's when you notice the writing on the wall. It looks as if someone took a knife and carved, "Don't light the candle, she'll wake up," into the wood. You hear the sound of jingle bells behind you, and your heart drops into your stomach. Oh gosh. Do I blow out the candle or turn to look at the doll? Well, okay, if I already lit the candle and she's awake, then blowing out the candle will just extinguish my light source, or will it make her go back to sleep? I'm gonna turn to look at the doll. You slowly turn towards the chest, but from where you're standing, you can't see inside. You step closer and take a peek, only to have your worst fears confirmed. The doll is gone. From behind you, you hear a high-pitched sound of a child's giggle, the jingle of bells, and tiny footsteps made by little porcelain feet. You're about to turn toward the footsteps when you see more writing etched into the wall. "Don't look," it reads. Immediately, you crumble into a ball and back yourself into a corner of the attic, keeping your eyes shut tight. The little footsteps get closer and closer, and those bells on her dress keep jingling until you know that the doll is right in front of you. Do I open my eyes or keep them shut? Oh man, I don't know. I don't know. Does keeping them shut make her go away, or does opening your eyes? I'm gonna open my eyes. You can't resist the urge to look, so you open your eyes. Standing before you, no bigger than a foot tall, is the doll from the chest. Only now there's something more evil and twisted about her face. The last thing you see are those pale blue eyes gleaming with malice as the doll lunges at you with an inhuman scream, and the world glows dark around you. The end. Oh no, I lost again! Y'all, this is really hard. Oh man, okay. Alright, I can't decide if I want to do it one more time. Ah! Now I'm determined to do it. Okay, let's start one more time and see if we can do it. Alright, from the top, keep walking, go right. Let's just go ahead and investigate the basement this time and skip the attic altogether. Looking for the generator sounds like a good plan. As you head for the basement door, you remember a scary story your friend told you. It was something about a ghost named Bloody Mariah who had been murdered there in the basement years ago, and that her spirit still haunts this place. And you can see the very spot where she had been murdered because there's still a dark spot on the concrete from where her blood had pooled. But that was just a story, right? You rethink going down to the basement. Do I continue to the basement or try the attic instead? Well, I guess I'm just gonna keep going into the basement, since I already tried the attic. You decide to go down to the basement anyway. After all, it's just a silly old ghost story. You try to take the stairs down, and using the flashlight on your phone, you can make out the spot on the concrete where your friend said Bloody Mariah had supposedly died. Do I inspect the dark spot or ignore the dark spot? I'm gonna say ignore it. Don't want to be messing with that, I think. You ignore the spot. It's just a dumb story your friend told you. Besides, looking for the generator is a much better use of your time. You find the generator on the far side of the basement. You flip the switch and pull the cord like your friend taught you, and the generator roars to life. As the basement lights flicker on, you think you see a figure of a woman by the stairs. You gasp and whip your head in that direction, but there's nothing there. Just a trick of the light, you think. That's when you notice a dusty Ouija board on the floor. Man, this is just the creepiest place ever. There's creepy dolls in the attic, there's Ouija boards in the basement. I don't know why I wanted to go to this place in the first place, but okay, my options are play with it or don't play with it. I think that this happens to be a pretty obvious one, but I'm gonna go with don't play with it. Nope. This is way too creepy for you. You run up the stairs and close the basement door behind you. You notice that your heart is beating really hard in your chest, and you laugh at yourself for letting your imagination get the best of you. But that's when you hear the sound of long nails scratching against the cabin windows. You turn toward the sound and see a figure on the other side of the window with long dark hair and pale eyes. Do I hide or run? Could this be my friend? I don't know. I'm gonna say run. That's it, things are getting too weird around here, you think. Before the demonic figure in the window can make another scratch with its nails, you're out the door and running back to your car. The trees are whirring past, some of the branches scratching at your face like claws, but you pay them no mind. You're focused on getting out of this place. You get to the fork in the road you had passed previously. Do I go right or left? So I went right to get in, so am I going left to get out? Yeah, okay, we're gonna go left. You take the left path and keep running. You're pretty sure this is the right direction. Wait a second, another fork in the path? You don't remember this. Do I go right, go left, or go back? I'm afraid if I go back that I'm gonna run into that girl, but I guess I'll go back. You start running in that direction, but nothing is looking familiar now. You come to another fork in the path. You hesitate, and the only option is go right. Again, you start to run without even thinking. After almost a half hour of running, you look down and realize you're not even on a path anymore. You curse at yourself, but then remember your keys. You take them out of your pocket and click the alarm on the fob in hopes that the horn will lead you back to civilization. But as you press the button, the sound of your car's alarm somehow comes from all around. But that's impossible, you think. And then you realize the woods have swallowed you whole and you'll never escape them, no matter how far or fast you run. The end. Oh my gosh, I can't win this, guys. Wow. Okay, 3 times of trying and I couldn't do it. So if you did this and you got out and you made it to the end, please let me know. I'm so curious to know how you beat it. Maybe I'll keep doing this just on my own and see if I can beat it, but man, this is really hard. I really enjoyed the writing of it. Like, it's a lot of like horror-y tropes for sure. But yeah, pretty fun to see if you can go and survive. If you liked this, please let me know. I thought it was pretty different and I just really like to do more interactive things. So yeah, please let me know if you like this by liking this video and commenting. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please consider subscribing. I would love to have you here with my little horror family. Thank you so much for watching and trying out this new stuff with me. I'm just kind of trying anything that I think might be fun or different or interesting. So if you have any ideas for new videos as well, please comment and let me know. I'd love to hear y'all's input. And thanks again for watching. Have a fantastic day and we'll talk more next time.